Anyway, Josh knows more about lead generation in the real estate space than anybody else I've met. And I know all the big ones. I know all the good ones. He knows more in his little pinky than they all do together. And so we approached him about running that marketing center, the lead generation center, in helping you. So Josh, how about if you give him a quick background on who you are and what you've done in the past?
Yeah, so I've been licensed since the mid 2000s. I actively sold back then, and I had sort of figured out through all of that my real passion was marketing, lead generation, and conversion, specifically online for real estate agents. And so I went on to build several multi-million-dollar companies providing lead generation and conversion training and services, and even building some software. Wrote a Amazon best-selling book on sort of the framework that I believe in, and sort of build everything around. And then recently decided to reactivate my license, to jump back in, and for two big reasons. Number one, so I could put what I was teaching and building for others into practice in my own sales business, and two, because of an incredible business model and opportunity. And so I'm super excited to be able to offer the services and build out the systems that I'm using in my own business, and helping those that we partner with to the rest of the people in our organization.
And full disclosure, folks, Josh is in one of the states that was probably the toughest lockdown, one of the toughest lockdowns in the entire country. Yet you've got about 30 transactions closed, 9 in the pipeline, some just ridiculous numbers for being really almost handcuffed to not be able to do business. And yet with the systems and strategies he's put in place, he's just blowing it up.
Yeah, I mean, this is the first year that I'm actively selling again. I literally had 0 transactions in 2019, and I've got 25 or 6 closed and another 10 in the pipeline, with another 10 in escrow, and then another 8 or 9 at a minimum active clients that we're out working with. And the vast majority of that come from the same systems that we're able to build out and to transplant into those that we partner with and those in our organization. We can build those out and transplant them for those. In fact, we're working on 2 right now in our organization today, building those out.
Right. And so, folks, if you need help with that, Josh and his team are available. Now, I want to make sure that everybody understands there's still a cost to doing it, but the systems that are being built are for the individual agent. So it's not like, hey, you're buying leads from somebody and you're doing this. This is, you basically would set up an interview with you, right, Josh? And you'd kind of get some background on what they're looking to do, right? The target markets and all that. And then depending on what they want to do, you just build those systems in place, and you even put the follow-up stuff in place, which is even more powerful, right?
Well, that's the critical differentiator. There are lots of places that you can go and get leads. One of what I believe, and this has come from scratching my own itch and figuring it out for my own business, the follow-up system and protocols that we've been able, and frameworks that we've been able to build out, are definitely the biggest differentiator with what we do when working with folks versus what you can find other places in the marketplace.
Because the money's in the follow-up, folks. We all know that, right? And so to have some automation in there doesn't mean you don't pick up a phone or you don't follow up and you don't do some in-person things, but to know that, hey, if a lead comes in, they get a text message right away, so they think you answered it. Those are critical. So if somebody joins our team, Josh, how do they reach out to you and maybe start that process?
Yeah, well, number one, you can come see me in our private team suite, our private office suite. I have an office in there, and I have office hours. Or you can just reach out to me as well. But the best place would be during those office hours, and we can schedule a time offline if that makes more sense as well.
And the other cool things that Josh has done for us, folks, is he's recorded a lot of free lead generation systems inside of the website where our agents have access to it. Where, one of our agents who had been with the big red company for like 3 months, never generated a lead, within 3 weeks of doing what Josh did, just free, just what we teach, he's got 2 deals in escrow.
Yeah.
Cost him nothing. So you have access to one of the brightest minds in lead generation and the real estate space, and follow-up. The things he does, I watch. And guys, I've been doing this a long time. I've seen all of them do it, and I just watch and marvel how skilled he is at that. And we're just honored to be able to take and give access to our agents on our group to, access to somebody like this. So Josh, we really do appreciate it. Folks, we look forward to having you join our team, being able to access all these tools like that, be able to work with Josh and take your business to an entirely different level. So Josh, thanks for doing this with us.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
And then we look forward to talking to you guys soon. Have a great day.
Right on.